Hello, Fear the Meerkat here. Welcome to the first episode of Legend of Zelda Oracle of Seasons. This is actually about my fourth time recording this, but never mind. I'm recording it with the X-Story, which I don't normally haven't used in a while, but it seems to be the only thing that will record a decent episode of this game with a Visual Boy Advance emulator. So that's what's going on here. But yes, I'm welcome to this game, and I was going to record Life is Strange Before the Storm as my first Let's Play now that I've given up on Final Fantasy IV. Please watch the channel update video to find out more about that. You'll find that on my playlist for Final Fantasy IV. But I was going to record that, and then I discovered that it's going to take about 16 hours to download it, and I can't use the internet at weekends, and today's Saturday, so I've downloaded some of it. I've downloaded about 50%, but the rest is going to have to wait till Monday, so I reckon it's going to be at least Tuesday before I can do my first episode of Before the Storm. Therefore, I am going to do this instead, because I want to record an episode of this anyway, and then I'll be taking a break from this, and then coming back to it. I assure you that I know what I'm doing with this game, and that I will complete this game, because I've completed Legend of Zelda games before, and basically I know that I'm going to get both of these Let's Plays done. Just trust me on that, I'm not going to give up on them. So, as I say, I'm using an emulator, and because of that I'm not going to talk about the controls, just pick your own controls basically. I recommend having master speed on fast. I mean, if you can't read what's on screen, if you don't have time, just pause the video. So that B and A being empty means we don't have any items like shield or sword, for example, and the 000 means we have no money. But at least we've got 3 hearts. You can choose your own name, but since I've recorded this a few times, I've already chosen my name, so that's why it was already on Adam. Apparently not. Now my setup for DX Story might not be perfect at the moment. I'm hoping this is the best quality video I can get, but if there are some problems, then hopefully I'll be able to fix them in the next episode, and I just ask you to be patient. To be honest, these graphics are fairly creative anyway, so graphic problems shouldn't be a big issue. See, I don't like dancing either. I can appreciate Link's expression, but look at her. If I was dancing next to her, I would look happier than that. We're only doing that for like a second. Don't put pressure on me or anything. At least I know what my enemy's called. Now, if you could just tell me your plan for world domination, please. Would make my life easier. Why? What does that get you? You could have created a world where people are impressed by you going wah ha ha, and they would be praising you all day for making silly noises. But no, you unleash to do something that's utterly useless to you. What is the point? See, I hate it when I get trapped inside a giant floating crystal. Or, as we call it in England, autumn rather than fall. But I take your point. You may have seen something flash on the screen on the left there for a second. That tells you what season it is in the square that you're on, in case you can't guess Boulder Snow. See, this is going to be really awkward now, because no one will have any idea when to buy Christmas presents or what clothes to wear when they go out. Yeah, there's a lot of explanations in this, the beginning of the game. Not much I can do about that. Again, no pressure, just... Duck could have taken your message more reliably than you can. Now she's just gonna stand there outside in the cold for no apparent reason. See? All of these, for some reason she seems to feel the need to dance while she's out there as well. Perhaps it's to prevent her from feeling cold. yes, before we do that, there's another thing we need to do. Now, I'm gonna look at quite a few things, but there might be some times when I go to the wrong place, and in that case, I'm just going to not show that footage off. But there are a couple genuinely useful places. Well, there's one genuinely useful place to go, which is here. I assume that means it will weaken unless you keep it in the ring box. He seems to feel the need to dance as well, perhaps the heating's not working. You can hold more of them in better ring boxes we'll be getting later. Why not? That makes no logical sense. The only one I've got will do fine. So yes, this has no special power, and I got it praised to find out that it has a name that's extremely obvious. So, how about if I get a ring called Extra Heart, for example, or here's a free weapon, instead of going to you and getting it praised, I just make a guess about what it does. So yeah, I think we've now moved it. I'm not sure exactly where we've moved it to, but in order to move it to wearing it, you have to do this, and now it's equipped. And it does nothing. That's for pieces of heart, so if we get 4 of them, we get an extra life. We'll be finding out more about that later, and that's for saving. I will be doing the normal emulator saving. So in our ring box, the one ring that we can carry, it turns out, is the one ring that has no magical powers at all. So that's helpful. Okay. See this? I've gone to the wrong place here. So there's another game called Oracle of Ages. It was released shortly after this and is very similar. It's not identical, but if you link the two, I think you need a link cable for that in your Game Boys. You can get extra stuff. Like, I think it unlocks extra areas, and it certainly unlocks extra cutscenes. Now then, you're supposed to go and tell her what name to give to this baby, but the last time I did that it crashed. So I'm gonna do that off screen later on. For now, I'm gonna go to the Maku tree, and trust me, there's nothing else useful you can get here, so don't try. That's a piece of heart that we can't get to. And these people have nothing useful to say. Okay, well, we're gonna have to find a way to do that. I think that guy's smoking something. Ah, you're useless. They tell you stuff that I'm gonna tell you anyway, so just don't bother with them. I'm looking for someone who can tell me what we need to do now. Actually, yes, I can, but only later on. Actually, I did already know that you had to do that. I just wanted to show it off to you, so now you know where we need to go and what we need to do, and I'm gonna go and do that. It's not super easy. Since we don't have a sword or anything, you just need to avoid those creatures for now. It's not that cave, it's the other cave. So you just have to hope that one of those doesn't run straight into you. So yeah, I don't know what all of the enemies are called, but basically if it moves and it doesn't look like a human, it's probably gonna kill you. So avoid it for now. Also, don't fall in there. This is an underrated Zelda game, I feel. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's not bad actually. There are a few. I shouldn't have done that. There are a few basic logic puzzles. Just thinking carefully, even on the harder ones, will normally get you to where you need to go. They do get harder than this. So yeah, you can't get in there without a key. Try not to get one of those red ones on you, because they stick to you and that makes you move slower. And that makes it harder for you to avoid the enemies. I'm not sure why they found it hard to find this thing. Maybe they just meant they found it hard to get into the chamber that it's contained in. Because you can clearly see the cave. They know it's on the coast. Someone wrote a sign saying that which direction Hero's Cave is in. So clearly they know where to find it. And apparently it can also move you like that. Now we can do that and hopefully not get hit. Sometimes you'll find something useful in grass and sometimes you won't. They don't give you special powers like they do in some of the other Zelda games, the 3D Zelda games. It's extremely useful to get that, so I recommend doing so. In fact, just do all the stuff I do, except the stuff where I mess up. Well, I will see you back at the Maku tree in a minute. I don't think I have any extra stuff to say here. If you look here, it's summer here, and then it changes depending on which square you're in. So yeah, that's why that thing telling you what season it is coming up is useful. There we go. Sorry, but you were asleep. Trust me, you would have stayed asleep for many hours if I hadn't done that. Yeah, I always wake people by whacking them in the mouth with a sword. Oh, his mouth keeps on moving even when he's not talking. Yeah, and everyone's duty who it is done pretty pathetically, to be honest. I don't know. No, thank you. Godas continues sleeping on the job. Okay, so we need to go north. But before we do that, we need to go shop. I know, shop is not a verb. This is why the rupees, which is the money in this game, is so useful. I'm gonna have to work out where to go now. Probably up this way, actually. A lot of the time on this game, and less in the Zelda games in general, you're just going to be wandering around trying to find the right direction you have to go, and then find out that you don't have the right equipment for that. Well, it's not normally this easy, trust me. Okay. These are eyes for you, by the way. But this seems like an excellent place to end the episode. I will see you next time.